All right, welcome back to the channel. So we are here today doing another JANK local. This is round one. Yeah, all right, this is round one. So I'm excited for this. See what we get today. The duelists. How's everybody feeling? This is the week of LDS Houston, which is the biggest retro Yu-Gi-Oh tournament ever. This weekend will be the biggest retro Yu-Gi-Oh tournament ever, over 500 players. Oh, thank you for the 1,000 jewels. But yeah, this is going to be the biggest. I'm excited for Houston. I'm excited for, and then after that we have Fort Myers, as you guys saw in the starting soon. Fort Myers is the week after Houston, so back-to-back weeks of Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, back-to-back weeks of Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, should be nice. Should be fun. Jack Knights are for brewskis. Oh, what is this? You can discard this card, add one Jurassic World. And it's only 1,800, unlike Harpy Queen and... what's the other one? Isn't there another one that's 1,900? Atlantis? Like that one dude who's just like Guardian of Atlantis or some shit. He's like 1,900 water. He searches out... I think he searches out Legendary Ocean. What's up, Enraged? What's up, TJ? What's up, Ronak? How are the duelists? Dun, dun, I think this is the first dinosaur deck we've ever seen, so there's that. I don't think I've seen a dinosaur deck. Have I seen? I don't think I've seen anything playing dinosaur. Jurassic World gets so unhinged at a point in Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, Frazier got me nervous now while we're watching me. Bro, you're not even playing bad. You haven't done anything. All you've done is search. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you feel bad for playing bad. Well, hopefully not. I mean, I can't control how you feel, but you know. Half the time I'm not even paying attention to the duel on Dueling Book. Like, half the time we're just here yapping. I'm very curious to see what dinosaur deck this is about to be, though. Like, what are dinosaurs doing in JANK? How are they operating? You got a nice beer, you're good. Okay, well, Edison Club, which I believe that's Michael Boyd. Black Velocity. Oh wow, it's like that X-Saber guy. The one X-Saber that gains attack when he attacks and then he loses attack when he gets attacked. Also, 1,800 4 stars that goes up to 2,200, like bigger than Jane. Huh, I didn't even know that existed. Oh, this is Jurassic World. Oh wait, no, Jurassic World is not what I thought it was. What's the field spell for dinosaurs that's broken as shit? It's like something about send one from your deck to the graveyard, and then it does like other wild shit. Like with tokens, like if a token's on the field, like dinosaurs can't be targeted. It's just wild. It's like Lost World. There you go. Jurassic World super broken. Yeah, Lost World is the broken one. Oh, does he have 7 tools or some shit? Yo, 7 tools I feel like it was crazy in X-Sabers in JANK format. Like Trap Stun and 7 tools have to go absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
Oh,
Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming? And
all right, I'm gonna give everybody a quick tip. Stop setting 2 battle traps at the same time. In 99% of cases, this is incorrect. It's just like a quick tip. Like, you can stop doing this. This is like a bit unnecessary. You need to have a very, 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 very good reason to do that. I see people do this way too often, and I feel like you're getting caught by heavy storms that are just taking too much. Now, you can hold the Mirror Force in this situation, or hold the D-Prison depending on the matchup. Like, if it's a deck that makes Stardust Dragon, you probably want to hold D-Prison. If it's a deck that doesn't typically make Stardust Dragon, you know, you can hold the Mirror Force. Hai Yunlei. This synchro is so fucking cool, though, I will say. Like, she is awesome. Harpy's Feather Duster from the extra deck. Okay, I was like, why does no one play this card? You have to use non-tuner X-Sabers. If they wrote her the other way around, like, she'd probably be banned. Like, if you could just use X-Saber tuners, like if it required an X-Saber tuner but not a non-tuner, that would be absurd. What's up, Jesus? Okay, what does Tyranno Infinity actually do? Like, I need to check. At the end of the damage step, if an opponent's monster that battled this card is not destroyed, return that opponent's monster to the hand. Oh, this is... Oh, wait, this is not Tyranno Infinity. This is just Hyper Hammerhead, okay. Oh, boy. I mean, this is a go next situation. Yo, okay, SummerSlam was good, but I actually think Raw last night was insane. Like, Raw was so good yesterday. But yes, SummerSlam was pretty good. Liv Morgan retained her belt against Io Sky. And I like that Seth Rollins got his ass kicked by Roman Reigns. That was really nice. What were the other big things that happened? I mean, the Oba and Brock Lesnar thing is a little played out to me, because like Oba beat him once, then he retired, but then he came back and did like 5 F5s, and they've been beefing again ever since. And I'm like, I thought that Brock Lesnar was done. Like, he left his fucking shin guards and knee pads and his gloves in the ring, and then he came back for like 2 months and just was like antagonizing Oba, and then Oba beats his ass in the Hell in a Cell, and like now we're just, I guess Brock Lesnar's done again. Like, I'm confused. I'm not a Seth Rollins fan at all. I think that guy's cringe. Like, I hated Seth Rollins' costume for like SummerSlam was so bad. I don't even know what the thought was behind that costume. It was like a white coat with like purple, green, and like violet on the shoulders, and it looked like something that Charlotte Flair should wear. Like, it just looked like Charlotte Flair should be wearing what Seth Rollins had on at SummerSlam. Yeah, I'm glad that the Oba Lesnar thing is done, but now they're trying to promote like Oba versus Braun Breaker, and I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like Oba needs a belt. Like the WWE is very clearly pushing Oba as like the next big thing. They're basically letting Oba be the person that like retired Brock Lesnar, which is a huge thing to have on his belt. But he needs an actual belt, and like Roman has one, and I think CM Punk has the other one. So I feel like he needs to go for one of those belts. Like, Braun Breaker is just kind of like, I mean, I think Braun Breaker is cool. Like, I really think that he's really strong and a good wrestler, but like, he doesn't have the belt that Oba needs. You know what I mean? Like, Oba needs a world champion belt, like a heavyweight world champion belt, or, you know, one of those nice shiny gold ones. And like, Oba won the King of the Ring tournament thing, and then didn't use it to go after one of the belts. He like went after Brock Lesnar again. That storyline made no sense to me. I think that was like the weirdest storyline. Like, what was the point of the tournament if the guy who won it was just like, I'm not going for a belt, I'm just going to fight Brock Lesnar again, who I already fought multiple times? It's like, okay. All right, well, while we wait for that, switch over to this one. Let's see what's going on down here with Churro Nation versus Spore. So we got some Roids versus some kind of beast deck. King of the Beasts. Bottom left. Yeah, but I do think Oba definitely needs the belt. It's time. It is time. The only thing I don't like with wrestling right now is having Gunther retire everyone. Yeah, that is a little bit of a weird... Like, I don't really like Gunther as a wrestler. He doesn't do it for me at all. Like, you know, he chokes people out. I think that's cool. I'm more interested in Chad Gable. I think Chad Gable currently is like really cool to watch. He reminds me of Kurt Angle, which I grew up on Kurt Angle and like that generation, like Triple H, you know, The Rock. Kurt Angle was a big part of like my childhood. And so obviously Chad Gable is very inspired by Kurt Angle. And like, I like watching him. I do not like watching Gunther fight. Like Gunther is just big and dumb looking to me. Like I'll pass. Did you see the Italians had a major and 2 Dark Jinzo decks for top 16? I did not see that. Is that the major where Frogs won undefeated? I saw that I saw a Frog deck went undefeated. It was like Frog Monarchs. And it went like 13-0. I think that's that same tournament. Jinzo OTK with 3 Armageddon Knights. Where can I find this list? Is this the Italian Master League thing? Let me go check. Italian Master League. Pretty sure Frogs went undefeated. Does somebody sent me Dark Jinzo OTK list with 3 top 8s at major tournament in Italy. Okay, well, I'm literally looking at that list right now, I guess. Somebody literally sent me this. It's so funny you guys say that. I just checked the inbox from IMNerd. And here it is. Like, I think this is it. So it plays like 3 Gear Frame, 3 Armageddon Knight, 1 Greffer. A bunch of draw traps. Does it play 5 draw traps? Is this the list? Oh, the guy who sent me the list is saying that he made the deck. Leonardo Lippi? Yeah, this definitely looks like a Master and Disaster list. So I think we will be playing this on Master and Disaster soon. I mean, this is just screaming Master and Disaster for sure. Looks fun. I mean, I don't really have a strong, like, I think Jinzo OTK is a valid deck. I've been saying that since last year when Patrick Starr with like top majors and stuff with the deck. And like he would top like X1. Like it wouldn't even be like, oh, like he snuck in on tiebreakers. It'd be like, no, like he fully just creamed everybody. So yeah, I think the deck is real, but like it has very low representation, at least in NA. I don't know. I can't speak for like Europe, but yeah, the list looks solid. This looks like a fun deck to play. I am always afraid of decks like this because like you could be the guy that you sit down in front of him and he just opens up Future Fusion twice and you just like, that is the end of that round. Oh shit, it's Coco's birthday? Shout out to Ryan. Happy birthday, Ryan. Yeah, did anyone tag him in our Discord server or anything? Summon gear frame, search Future Fusion? Yeah, see now, if people are doing that old trick again, the Peter Chang, like that's fucked up. Gear frame F. Gear frame F. Yes, dinosaurs are definitely in jank, and they're winning right now this game. I mean, they're up in cards. Why do they have so many more cards than their opponent? They have like significantly more. They have like double the cards. They literally have, yeah, they have, it's 6-3. Like, why do they have so many cards? Did he call? He's sarked. Okay, but something is still up. Oh, thank you. You're a big fan of my content. I appreciate that. Did you guys enjoy the 2-hour video of me, Sizzle, and Marcus yapping about Edison format? That came out yesterday, I think. Me tinks. I need to send a Discord invite to someone who just signed up for Patreon. Let's do that now. You're on your second listen, Ty. We will make more. Well, you don't have to listen to it multiple times. Your IP ban? Your IP ban from what? Yeah, I figured you guys would like that one. That one was really fun to make. I just love talking about Yu-Gi-Oh with really good players. It's nice. It's refreshing, you know? Chaos Sorcerer is... Are they not playing jank? What? Am I watching like a duel that is not jank? Is Spore and Choro Nation not in the tournament? Because Chaos Sorcerer is banned. Like 100%. I think. I ended up watching State of Edison before the Patreon exclusive. I need to still listen to the newest episode. Yeah, Edison, I think the reason why, I think one of the big reasons why Edison is such a good retro format is because you can really play a lot of different things. Like there's no lack of variety, and the decks are not that far away, far apart in power level. So you end up with like, you can get there. Like you guys now know that I fucking hate Lightsworn and Twilight decks. I think they're really bad, but you can play them and you can actually have success with them, despite my opinion that I will never. But they're totally fine decks because they're not so much weaker than like the top 5 decks, right? Like they're close enough in power level that they are still good enough. And that's the good thing about the format, is that you don't feel like if you play a deck like Lightsworn or Twilight or Machina Control or Diva Hero that you just have no chance. Like it's not a helpless or hopeless feeling when you play a deck that is not like top 5 or even top 10, honestly. Like there are decks in like the 11 to 15 range that are still just like kind of scary. I mean, Teledad also sucks. That deck is just not good, but like people play it, people like it. It's just not like, if you're asking someone like me who understands the game at a high level and like is very competitive, like there's no reason to play Teledad. It has way too many like issues when you could just play like so many decks that are better. But if it's your playstyle that you enjoy, then by all means play it, right? But like you can't really expect that like you're going to realistically win the tournament unless you get very lucky, because the deck has a lot of bad matchups. No, I think I talked about hybrid Blackwing and Value in our 2-hour video, but like I don't really care too much about like hybrid Blackwing Value has been around for a while. It's not like it's not new. It's just that it's finally won, and therefore more people might like to try it now. I've recorded a video with the winner of Pittsburgh that should be out soon, but I mean the deck is like, it's birds. It's kind of like when people ask me about like frog decks that are not like Hero Frogs or Frog OTK. It's like, yes, it's still good. Like if you play Frog Monarchs, you play Dream Frogs, you play Burn Frogs, you play Plant Frogs, you play Sphere Chaos Frogs or Junk Frogs, whatever. You can play all those decks are still very good because they're still frogs. Like you're still playing 3 swap, 3 subs to Toad, Dupe Frogs, all that stuff, right? So they're still going to be good decks because they're still playing what is the most powerful engine in the format. Same thing with like hybrid Blackwing and Value. Is like, well, you're still playing the most powerful engines in the format. So no matter what you do, like if you're putting Whirlwind and Dark Arm and Burial and Dark Greffers and Armageddon Knights and Values in the deck, like obviously the deck is going to be good to some degree. Is it better than pure Blackwing? Is it better than Value Turbo? I do not know. That's the only question that still remains, is like, is it better than the bird decks that have already won so much without having to merge the decks into one? What are the benefits of merging those 2 decks into one deck? Because I could tell you as a frog player like what the benefits are of playing Frog Monarchs. I could tell you what the benefits of playing like Frog OTK. I could tell you what the benefits are of playing Hero Frogs, right? Like I know exactly why you would play each of those different frog decks, and also have them ranked pretty clearly in my mind of like 1, 2, 3, 4. But when it comes to like Value Blackwing and Blackwing Value Hybrid, if we're going by results, like Value's number 1 and it's not close, and then it's Blackwing, and then it's like the hybrid builds. If we're just going by results, because again, it's not like the hybrid builds have not existed, but they've been around for over 2 years. Like if you go back 2 years ago to 2024, and they could probably trace back further than that, but if you go back to 2024, there have been builds that have popped up back then, but like they haven't really done much. So also, like, same thing with Nitro Value. Like, obviously, Nitro Value is a good deck. It won a major this year as well. And, you know, you have to, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, well, if I'm ranking the bird decks, so you have Value Turbo, Nitro Value, Black Wings, and then the hybrid. Like, those are 4 versions of birds. And then you have, like, frogs, which I think the top 4 frog decks are, like, Frog OTK, Hero Frog, Dream Frog, Frog Monarchs, and some, you know, Like those are the 4 main frog decks, and then you have these 4 like bird decks, and they all play differently. Like people who are not really well read in this format, if you just like don't understand the format, if you're an outsider looking in, you might look at like Edison and be like, oh, like it's the same bird decks, it's the same like frog decks, and then in reality they are very different in how they play and how they function. Like it'd be pretty ignorant to be like Chaos Turbo plays the same as Goat Control, for example. Like it might, you might see a lot of similarities. Like obviously there are going to be similarities between the two, like the 2 decks are going to play a lot of the same cards, but they are very different at the same time. And I don't think it takes like a rocket scientist to understand that they are very different in how they play. Like obviously somebody playing Raikou and shit in milling is going to be way different than like somebody who's not playing any Raikous in milling, right? You attack a face down, it's never going to be Hamster in one of the decks, but it might be Icarus attack back there. There's draw traps in one of the decks. There's no draw traps in Value Turbo typically. Yeah, they're concluding quickly. Who's last? Anthony Phillips and Ron. Oh, that was the last. Okay, nice. Okay, so we're going to round 2. Gores is at 3 in current. There's a new Gores getting printed that's broken as fuck. Like there is a new... I saw the new Gores. The new Gores is fucking wild. The new Gores is so wild. I want to see if I can find it actually. It is like disturbing. Yeah, I think I just found it. All right, I did just find it. All right, look at this card, bro. All right, so Gore's Emissary Darkness Retrain. You can use each of the 1 and 2 effects like once per turn or whatever nonsense. If you take battle or effect damage, so first of all, it doesn't require that you don't have a field. If you just take battle damage or effect damage, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, gain 2,000 life points. Then you can apply one of the following effects. Special summon 1 Emissary of Darkness from your hand, deck, or graveyard, or you can destroy up to 2 attack position monsters your opponent controls. Then it has another effect. During the end phase, if this card was special summoned this turn, you can target 1 trap in your graveyard and set it. I have no idea why it does that. During the end phase, if this card was special summoned this turn, you can target 1 trap in your graveyard and set it. Like, why is it so... It's so insane. Like, it's so insane. Same stats as Gores, 27, 25, 7 stars. But, like, you can just have a field. You can just fully have a field when you drop it. And then it does, like, way more than Gores should ever do. For no reason. Like, for no legitimate reason. Let me set a timer for this next round. Did I not end the Cup of Ace Cup? I have to end that tournament. Let me check who's like in the winner's bracket right now. Okay, Ronak is in the winner's bracket. I'm gonna watch Ronak. Because why not, right? Wrote off most decks that are lottery or high roll with high ceilings. I just value consistency, being able to play the game more. Yeah, I totally understand that. I value consistency as well. I think most of the top players value consistency in their deck. I pretty much don't trust you if you don't. Like why do you not want to play a consistent deck? Why do you want to play, like, I don't know, a not consistent deck? Like, whatever that would be. I mean, there are a lot of inconsistent decks. Dang, I forgot Teledad is still an Edison deck. Yeah, I mean, Teledad is like it's a deck in Edison format. It's not particularly a good one, but it is a deck in Edison format. It just loses to, like, pretty much every deck in the top 5 beats that deck. Like, all 5 of them. Like, I don't think it has a good matchup against any of the top 5 decks. Farah, I never got to tell Dad hype. For Edison, just play Vayu if you like good stuff dark deck. Exactly, yeah. If you just want to play good stuff dark deck, like, you could literally just play Vayu Turbo or any there's like 4 different Vayu decks right now. You just pick any of the Vayu decks and you get dark stuff deck. Dark good stuff deck way better. You still get to play Dark Arm, you still get to make level 8s, you still get to play Return and all of that stuff, and like synchro spam, and your deck is just like actually really good instead of being like summon Krebons. No, I usually don't revisit tournaments. Like, the Cup of Ace thing was like a one-time thing. I don't think we need to, like, keep doing Cup of Ace tournaments. That seems a bit ridiculous. There are so many ideas out there in the world, right? So many different things to do. You don't have to, like, just do one of them. Hello. How's it going, chat? We need a psychic deck to top soon. I think the psychic deck, like, the best psychic deck is Teledad in this format. Unless you mean like a dedicated psychic deck, which it could happen. I'm not going to say it can't happen because Edison is full of surprises. Like, somebody can absolutely make a deck that is like predominantly psychic and it can do well. But when I think of this, like, a psychic deck in Edison right now, it would be like Teledad, which is like good stuff, dark deck, you know. One thing Ronak is going to do is spam Yamada Dragon, bro. This guy fucking loves him some Yamada Dragon. Your stream came across my YouTube. Used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've been playing Magic the Gathering Standard for a long time. This is the type of Yu-Gi-Oh I would prefer. I heard Modern is pure ass. I mean, that is my opinion, that Modern is pure ass. It's not for me. Modern is a completely different game from this. Like, if you're looking at this, which is 2010 Yu-Gi-Oh, and you look at 2026 Yu-Gi-Oh, they do not resemble each other at all. The only similarity between the two, and I mean literally, the only similarity is that the cards resemble each other somewhat in terms of just art. Like, the box in the middle and the star levels and the attributes, that's what I mean. Not even like the actual art, because the actual art does not resemble old Yu-Gi-Oh either. Like, that is the similarity is like the size of the cards is the same, right? And like, you can tell it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like, you can look at a Modern card and be like, oh, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. That is it. That is like where the similarities end. Like the gameplay is so outrageously different. And I just do not prefer that type of gameplay, which is why I am a content creator for retro Yu-Gi-Oh and not modern Yu-Gi-Oh. I've tried to do like a video here and there of a modern Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and every time it goes terribly. Like it just goes terribly wrong. Like you can check the channel. I think I've had like at least 2 modern videos on here, and the experience is just so bad. Like I genuinely do wonder about the people who enjoy that shit. Like it goes so bad. Like I remember we had Chris LeBlanc on. He's like a 7-time YCS champion or something. And he was playing Snake Eye. And when I tell you, like, I didn't have fun, my opponent didn't have fun because my opponents were rage quitting because like our turn would take like 10 minutes and we still were not done comboing off. And I'm like, I don't know how people just sit through this. Also, I think the biggest like psyop to me about modern Yu-Gi-Oh, I think the absolute biggest thing is that the same group of maybe 15 people win every single tournament, and like thousands of people show up to have that keep happening, which to me clearly says that the gap between the top like 15-20 players and everyone else is really, really big. But I also think that it's not even fair, because in order to be good at modern Yu-Gi-Oh at that level of good, you do have to dedicate an enormous amount of time. Like the people who, that like group of 15-20 people who like win everything, that is what they do. Like they play Yu-Gi-Oh, like that, like they literally just play Yu-Gi-Oh. So you can't really compete with them if you have a life outside of Yu-Gi-Oh, like just to put it bluntly. Like it's very hard to keep up with people who are like grinding and making spreadsheets, grinding and making combo guides and stuff like that for their group, and like figuring out the best combos and the best decks day in and day out. Like they're just playing like 8 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh a day, or like if they're not physically playing the game, they're like making strategy for the game, like at pretty much at all times. The benefit, and on the contrary, like retro Yu-Gi-Oh is a game where you can play it casually, and you can actually still have success in retro Yu-Gi-Oh casually, because you could like put your deck down for months. You could like not play for months, and you could be like, I'm going to pick up my exact deck that I was using 6 months ago, or even a year ago. You could play your exact deck from a year ago, and you could pick it up, dust it off, and you can go and play. And it's like riding a bike, basically. Like you might be a little rusty, but it's like riding a bike. Whereas like modern, because of ban lists, because of set releases, because of like Konami's whatever rule changes and stuff like that throughout the years, it's just not like that. So you do have to keep up with it in a way that is like very demanding of you, financially and also time wise. Like I do think one of the biggest benefits of retro Yu-Gi-Oh is that this is you can take a break, and if you come back to it, it doesn't feel like you fucking missed out on a shit ton of stuff. You have to learn all these new matchups and all these new decks, right? Like if you haven't played since 2025 January and you started playing in 2026 January, you'd be fine. Like you'd be absolutely fine playing retro Yu-Gi-Oh. If you stop playing modern in January 2025 and you try to play modern in January 2026, good fucking luck. You have to keep shelling out money, and you have to keep learning new decks and new matchups and new combos and new interrupts and new hand traps, and like it's just a lot. It's a lot of that, and so it takes a certain kind of person. Like when I was in college, I had the time to do that. To like basically like when I was in my teenage years, like I started college at 17, so those 4 years from 17 to 21, like I could have played modern Yu-Gi-Oh, and because I had so much free time. Like I get my classwork done and it's like I can just play Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's what I was doing at that time. Like I was just playing Yu-Gi-Oh at the time, so like I was going to locals almost every day, and like my whole locals, we had locals basically every single day, like Monday through Friday. Like there were people who would go to locals every single day, Monday through Friday in my area, and it was awesome. So after class, go to locals. If I have a night class, go to locals, then go to night class. But like once you get to a certain age or you get responsibilities, you start have children, you get married, you have a relationship that you take very seriously, you have a career, just any like life, like major life event, it's really hard to keep up with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! In order to be a person that can actually consistently do well, which is why in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! The players who win, like there are so many people now who have like over 5 wins because no one else can keep up with them. Like more power to them, but I would never ever want to play a game where like, unless I put that much time and effort into it, I cannot possibly compete with the highest level of player. Whereas I do feel like in Edison and like retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Formats in general, like you actually can compete with the highest level of player without having to know life the format and know life the game. And that is a good thing for people who are at a certain point in their life, which is why a lot of Edison players are in their 30s. If you're not in your 30s already, you're like definitely approaching 30. There's very few young players. I think Monteshier's group who are like 21, 22, like they're like the youngest players I've met. And I even asked them like, how the fuck did you guys get into Edison? Because like your generation plays modern. Like you guys don't typically play Edison. So like how did that happen, right? Because you weren't around during the time of Edison, so you don't have any nostalgia for the format. The format is 16 years old. So if you're 21 or 22, you were 5 or 6. Like there's no way you have nostalgia about Edison, right? Duck Mutter, you're only 25? I thought you were like 40. I thought you looked at least 40 to me. When did I get into Yu-Gi-Oh? I got into Yu-Gi-Oh in like 03 as a kid. Yeah, judging by your profile picture, I thought you were like 40 years old. I also don't even know if I believe that you're 25, like, because again, with internet people and like, I don't know you in real life. I've never met you. You could be any age. It's like when girls have like, yo, okay, Cameron Saunders, right? Before I knew who Cameron Saunders was, because Cameron has a girl profile picture, and Cameron is a girl's name as well as a guy's name. It's a unisex name. Before I knew who Cameron Saunders was, I thought it was actually a girl. Like I would see like all his things were like a girl. Like his profile pictures and everything was like a girl. And I'm thinking like, oh, there's a girl who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! And she's actually pretty decent. And then come to find out, it's like a fucking North Carolina white guy who like, he's just not at all what I thought he would look like, or she would look like in this case. So when it comes to like online people and like saying like, oh, like I'm this age, or oh, I'm a doctor, I'm like, okay, sure, like. Yeah, I don't know. You just look older to me. I genuinely thought you were like 38 to 40. Black don't crack unless you smoke. Yeah. Oh, I relate to Ghetto as well. I love Ghetto. He's my favorite character in that show, for sure. Yeah, but I am in my 30s, and most people who play Edison are in their 30s because it just like a lot of us are playing it because of the nostalgia. We actually played in the format. We like lived through the format, and you remember the game back then. It's always interesting to me when somebody who's like pretty young plays Edison, because it's like how did you get into Edison specifically? Not to say that it can't happen, because if you were playing like Modern or something and you were just around your locals and people were playing Edison or whatnot, you might just get into it that way. But it is always interesting to hear like how did you get into Edison format at 22 years old, right? Like you were a child during that time. Is the Rowan? Oh, he is. Willie Beeman says, I'm gonna be honest, quitting Advanced and committing to Edison was the best decision I ever made. Yeah, I think that you get to a certain point in life And it's just very difficult to keep up with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like between the cost, actually between the time, the cost, like it costs you time and it costs you money. And it actually costs you a lot of both if you want to be successful in modern. Because there's 15 people who win every tournament in modern, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's like, just look at the last like 5 years. There's like the same 15 people running a train on modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it is kind of crazy. Nobody from my area sells Yu-Gi-Oh! It's all Magic the Gathering. Oh yeah, Konami has ruined the like OTSs and like just game stores in general, card stores, like hobby stores. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just not great to stock right now because their products are not very good. And they print too many products that are ass. Like, they will have a good set. Obviously, they're going to have good sets throughout the year. But then a lot of the sets are just awful. Like, a lot of the sets, like, I know a couple store owners, and a lot of store owners are like, this set, we have to sell it below cost at this point. Because, like, it just will not move. Like, it will not move if we sell it for what it's supposed to be sold for. Like, it will not move. We will have it for the rest of our days. Yeah, I think Genesis was an epic fail in terms of what I thought Konami was trying to do with it, which is definitely introduce a healthier format of modern, but like it is not healthier at all. At least it hasn't been since inception last year. Like it's just been, and also I just think it's weird that like the decks that win in regular modern Yu-Gi-Oh are also the same archetypes that are winning in Genesis. I think that is like absolutely insane to me. No, once you start buying things like DT, Brio and stuff like that, like that doesn't stop there. I'm letting you know, as somebody who in 2022 I bought a DT Brio, I bought Ulti Colossal Fighter, I started buying cards in like 2022 when I got an Edison, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get like my extra deck. That's what I lied to myself and said I'm just going to get my extra deck. I was like, I just want my extra deck to be like really nice, and I did that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy everything Ulti, everything DT, you know, whatever, like whatever the nice extra deck cards were. And then it just like becomes this thing. And then because I have a lot of friends who have a lot of cards, they start like gifting you shit. And then now you look at like, if you get like a max rarity of something and it's in your deck, and then you look at the cards that are not the same rarity, but they could be, you're like, well, now I need that too. Like, imagine having ulti Treeborn frogs, right? And then you look at your swap frogs and you're like, well, these could be ulti too. So then what do? You go and make those ulti, right? Like, that's just a natural progression of things. And then you're like, well, certainly if my Treeborns and my swap frogs are going to be ulti, then my Rises and Caiuses should be ulti too. And like, Straddles could be ulti, and it just never stops, chat. It just never stops. You're like, man, my Alias could be ulti. My Dandelion and Future could be ulti as well. My Pot of Averages could be ulti, and then you just keep going. It's nice, though. I like that the cards retain value in Retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, every card that I have that I play in my deck is like max rarity and worth a lot of money back when I got them, and they are worth a lot of money now. And if I ever decided for whatever reason that I wanted to get rid of my physical cards, like I could, and I would actually get something for them. When I was young, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh because it was faster than other TCGs like Pokemon and Magic. But now that I'm older, I realize how slow and calculated decisions make better gameplay. Yeah, I agree. I do like a format that is not too fast, but also not too slow, which is why I think Edison is right in the middle of like before things get too fast and before things are too, or after things are too slow. Like to me, goats are typically too slow, like goat format. And then I think Redo especially, Redo is way too fast. Like all you need to do to see my point about Redo format is just watch Retro Reborn Pittsburgh Day 2. There's a VOD on my channel. The first 4 rounds are 2-0s. Like we don't get our first game 3 until round 5. We don't get a round that lasts longer than 20 minutes until round 5. And then it go like round 5 was like a game 3, but then it goes back to being like blindingly fast. Top 8, turn 1, game 1, frame 1. Factory Magician Shark. Game 3, something very similar. Like, it's just like very, very fast. And the further you go, like the faster it gets, and yeah. Oh, Bakuberty can't add mole. Alright, let me... Is Caius 1K actually? Or are people just saying that? Yeah, Crossporter is a card that you could do that off of Armageddonite. When this card sent to the graveyard, you can add... Yeah, first of all, it got sent to the graveyard for the cost. So the last thing that happened, because this card can miss timing, the last thing to happen is that you sending a card from death to graveyard with Grepher's effect, not it being sent to the graveyard. I saw someone in the comment section complaining about your bias for Edison format on the Retro Reborn stream. And it's like, do you see what's happening in the other formats? Yeah, I just kind of ignore. A lot of people are weirdos, honestly. Like, you are coming to a channel that the name of the channel is Fraser Smith, right? Like, this is my channel. This is the name of the channel. This is literally my, like, you're going to hear my opinions. You're going to hear my voice. You're going to hear me talking a lot. And if you do not like me or you do not like Edison, I do not advise that you subscribe to this channel or watch this channel for your own mental health. I think it's weird to like watch something that you do not enjoy. So if you do not like my commentary on other formats, then like, so be it. But like, I'm going to talk about other formats and I'm going to be honest about them because A, I lived through them. B, I'm currently commentating them. And C, I'm just keeping it real. A lot of the gameplay is cringe. Sorry, not sorry. Like, I don't know, you want to live in La La Land and like pretend that like Redo is like good. It's not good. Like, the gameplay is bad. Like, from a competitive standpoint, it is bad gameplay. Like, you cannot convince me a format we're going first where you have double solemn warning and shock locks and like where set gear armor is game and like factory is game. And this other deck looks at your hand and like does the absolute fucking most. Or the other deck that summons this Omni Negate. And then like after game 1, you guys go into your side decks and you just start siding as many floodgates as you can handle. Like, you cannot convince me that that shit is good. Like, you cannot convince me that is good gameplay. And I'm not going to lie about it either. For anyone's feelings or the sake of anyone like who enjoys it. If you enjoy it, that's fine. Like, who cares what I say? Like, if you enjoy it, you can enjoy it. But it's not even that I have a bias for Edison format, which I do. That is not why I think that Redo and a lot of the other formats are not good, though. Like, you can remove Edison out of the equation completely. Objectively, the gameplay of the other formats is really bad. Like, if I had to rank them, I'd say that Goats is second. Like, I actually think the gameplay of Goats is far better than Redo. Like, it's healthier, it's better. Like, the shit that happens in Redo is so outrageous. Like, I just think that here's what I think Redo is. I think that Redo is a format that when you see a tournament pop up for it, you haven't played Redo in years, and you're like, oh man, I remember this format. I used to play lineups. I used to play this deck. I used to play this deck. You play it and you have fun. I think if you had to play Redo for a year straight, you would be so fucking miserable with the outcomes of your tournament runs. I think flying for, like, I think going to several events in a year to play Redo would be so, like if Redo was the main event, I think you would have such a hard time enjoying yourself because of how volatile the format is, especially once people become better. Right now, a lot of people are bad at the format, which makes sense because it's still very young. So, like, you have a very small group of people who are, like, very good, and then everyone else is kind of whatever. Once people start to become really good, though, at Redo, you're gonna see just how bad and egregiously bad it is. Like, it's gonna be very coin flippy. You're gonna see more of those go first, open up Magician Shard, go first, open up Warning, go first, do this and that. Like, the die roll is just entirely too important in that format, and I do not like that. What do I think of Hat and Tengu? The same thing. I think pretty much all of those formats, like, they're very similar in the way their gameplay is. I just think going first is, like, so strong the further you go in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that's objective. I think that is, like, an objective fact that the deeper you go into Yu-Gi-Oh! So, like, let's start from Goats, which is 05, and you go to Edison, which is 2010, and then you go to Tengu 2011, Redo 2012, Hat 2014. The deeper you go in, the more the die roll is, like, outrageously broken, and it comes down to the die roll a lot. Just the deeper you go into the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, that's just, to me, that's just, like, objective fact. Like, not opinion. That is just fact. The die roll matters entirely too much the further you go in, because the cards and the searchability of cards gets higher. The card pool gets massively bigger. The cards get more powerful. The power creep gets more powerful. And so you end up with formats where it's like, I went first, I set gear, a bunch of other trap cards. There's no heavy in this format. And I set armor and I told you to fuck off. Like, or I went first and I go, activate factory, summon wind up rabbit, activate effect. Or wait till you take your turn, activate, same thing. Wait till you take your turn, activate effect so you can't Veiler. Whatever the optimal way of doing it is. But you do that, like, you could do that, and then they have MST, so you could do it on your turn, where, like, the only punish is, like, Veiler, which is not even that really much of a punish, because it still replaces itself, even if they have fucking Veiler on Wind Up Rabbit, you're like, okay. But, like, do I think it's good when Floodgates are that powerful? No. Do I think it's good when Solemn Warning is that powerful? No. And, like, people try to argue with me or complain about it, but then, like, go watch the VOD. Go watch round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the VOD. Watch the tournaments. I'm watching tournaments just like y'all. Do y'all not have eyes? Like, some of the people, I'm just like, do you guys not have eyes? The people who, like, I guess have rose-tinted glasses on. Like, if you have eyes and you saw how that guy won game 1 and then won game 2, what about that said that looked cool or fun or awesome to you? Like, round 1, we feature Rich Silverberg. Take my Raza. Rich is playing windups. His opponent's playing Yugioh. The whole set was 15 minutes. And game 1 was literally like, windup went first. Windup opened up. Ridiculous. Won game 1. Then game 2, The Yugioh guy, I guess, didn't draw that great. So like he went first, but like it wasn't good enough. And then he got killed again by the wind-up combo. So that's round one. Okay, one round does not decide if a format is good or bad. That would be ridiculous, because then you could easily watch Edison replays and be like, well, this happened in an Edison replay, right? Okay, let's go to round two. Round two, you watch a guy go activate Pot of Duality, add skill drain to his hand, and his opponent gets fucking zero diffed. Game two, he goes Pot of Duality, he has skill drain again, his opponent gets zero diffed again. I was like, what? Round three, okay, we watch Chaos Dragons versus Rick Novak. Rick Novak is playing Bubble Beat. The Chaos Dragon guy is playing Chaos Dragons, and he fucking 2-0's Hero Beat. Like zero diff. It was not competitive, it was not close. Round four. We had Chain Burn versus Six Samurai. Another not close 2-0. Like what, like wasn't even remotely anything. Round five, we finally get our first game three of the entire like stream. Then round 6-7, it goes back to being like cringe Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm like we had the Dino Rap, yeah, the Dino Rap, like just so many things. I'm like, man, is there ever like a situation where it's not a fucking blowout? It's not a floodgate, like, oh, you're like, I ended you. I flipped this goes in match and you got ended. Like my argument is never that Edison is perfect. I just think that Edison is the best retro Yu-Gi-Oh format because it is before the game gets too power crept. Is before every single deck can search out so many broken cards. Like the decks in Edison are pretty inconsistent overall. So like you don't end up with these inevitable situations of, well, he set Yugioh armor. You know what Yugioh armor says? Search anything in my deck, and then you know what it does also? It overlays for a guy that detaches and searches anything from my deck. And you know what happens if you don't kill that guy? He does it again next turn. If there is a next turn. Do you know what Wind-Up Factory says? It says search any card from my deck. Tour Guide, search anything from my deck. Like, in that format, Tour Guide gets Sangan dies. All the decks are just like, Sangan searches too, like it's just broken. Sangan just searches like any of the good cards in your deck. Do you think someone will ever make a custom format that overtakes Edison? I have no idea. I cannot predict the future. So I have no idea. I don't know why that would be necessary though. Like I like Tengu format a little bit. I played in it. I was fond of it when I played in it. But if I had to keep playing Tengu and Agent matches, if my tournament was dominantly Tengu and Agents, the gameplay of the Tengu deck and the gameplay of the Agent deck is not, to me, is not very good Yu-Gi-Oh! From a gameplay standpoint, because there's too much power creep in searching. Like, summon Earth, search Venus. What do you think is going to happen next turn? He's going to go summon Venus, he's going to try to Trishula you. And if that doesn't work, he's going to drop Hyperion. If that doesn't work, he's going to drop Christia. And this is consistent. Like, all of this shit is consistent. Like, that is genuinely the format. Like, the format just be like that. Like, Duality is an amazing card, but it also makes the decks consistent in a way that is not actually a good thing, though. Like, again, when I was watching Redo, I was like, oh, like, people are using Duality to add floodgates to their hand. Like, I saw it with my own eyes. It's like, activate Duality, add floodgate. Like, Hero Beat, activate, or like Bubble Beat, activate Duality. The TG deck, activate Duality, add Skill Drain. Yugioh, raw draw goes in match. Like, raw draw this and that. Like, just these floodgates that, like, you don't have a lot of time to answer it. Like, I always make the comparison that at least when you get floodgated in Edison, like, there are turns. Like, you do get turns to, like, actually draw out of it. I feel like you don't get enough time because of the further you go in Yu-Gi-Oh, the more powerful the decks are, so the games end too fast. Like, you get floodgated in 2026, like, you're fucking dead. Right? Like, you get floodgated in 2026, you get, like, one turn to figure it out, and if you don't, the combo just kills you on the following turn. Like, there are definitely problematic cards in Edison that I hate. Like, I hate Dust Shoot. I hate DDV. I think Water Art is also toxic. I think those are like my three biggest, like, these cards can fuck off. It's basically stuff that looks at the hand, right? Like, I think I just named 3 cards that, like, mess with the opponent's hand. I don't really care for that. That is obnoxious. I mean, I feel like when it comes to Yada or Jar Greed, I feel like you should just play Yada first because it actually does have a second effect. Like, it is just a better card than Jar Greed factually. Even if that situation comes up, I don't know, 1% of the time, less than 1% of the time. One of the top 5 decks blatantly is siding Dark Dust Spirit ×2 right now. Like, there's a Froggo TK deck that just won one of the biggest tournaments of the entire year, RBT Paris, 310 players, I think, or something like that. Over 300 people. I don't know how many exactly. Over 300 players. It was like a couple weeks ago. The deck that won, Froggo TK, siding multiple Dark Dust Spirits. You cannot tell me that fucking Jar Greed is a card that you should be playing over Yatagarasu. And there's no reason, there's no mind fuckery, no mind tricks that can convince me that you should be playing Jar Greed over Yata. Like, the last winning deck is actually playing a Pot of Greed for you if you flip it when they summon it. I always thought the Jar Greed Yada thing was interesting because, like, at one point it's like, oh, it's because if you see a Jar Greed and you're like, oh, he's also playing Yada, which I don't really know what does that impact though. Like, if I see that Jar Greed, right, and I'm dueling you, if I see that Jar Greed, okay, like, even if I think like, oh, he's playing Draw Traps, I would have thought the same thing if you were playing Yada. Like, if you flipped the Yada, I'd be like, oh, he's playing Draw Traps. Like, it wouldn't change. Like, I guess people want to, like, psych you out and be like, oh, like, how many am I playing? Like, who cares? You're playing Draw Traps. So now I just know not to blind MST your back row. That's all it says. That's all it's communicating to me. Whether it's Jar or Yada, they communicate the exact same thing to me. I'm not blind popping your back row. But like, it doesn't matter which draw trap you see, like they will both make you feel the same way. I don't know. I think a lot of people just overthink things. Like a lot of stuff is just like, okay, we are losing the plot. Like we've just overthought the situation, and now we're making suboptimal things happen. We're like playing suboptimal decisions, cards. You know, like factually, the RBET, the last RBET deck that won was Frog OTK siding double Dark Death Spirit. So like, and even before that, I was always arguing like, why are we not playing Legacy first? Like this is the last winning deck list. Here you go, right here. Look at this. The last winning deck list of an RBET. Right there, boom. Pot of greed. Like, what are we doing? Right? Like, what are we doing? Feeding this chain. One of the most underutilized cards in Edison format. Feeding this chain. But this card becomes so good in 2012 when Dino Rabbit takes over. Just because you can activate a card, they activate negate, and then you chain Fiendish Chain. So now your original card goes through. And the Logia is just like stuck there, unable to attack. Also, like at the time, was pretty solid against Inzectors. Solid against like Torgai, which was played in almost every deck, if not actually every deck, I think. Inzector, Chaos Dragon, Wind Up. And yeah, it's played in every deck. Dino Rabbit, they all play Torgai, so Fiendish Chain was just always good against that. Yo, I appreciate you guys liking the content. Yeah, listen, it is not easy to churn out as much content as I do on this channel and also live stream every single week, but I'm very committed because I love doing it, but it is not without effort, I'll tell you that. We just reached over 12,000 subscribers. I think we're at like 12,100 or something. So we're on our way to 13,000. Hopefully we can hit 13,000 for the end of the year. I think we will. Sacrifice your arm to the new world. You only got halfway through the State of Edison video. It is 2 hours long. It is like watching a full-length movie of 3 guys yapping about retro Yu-Gi-Oh from 16 years ago. I don't expect many people have finished it in one sitting, but it is a perfect episode to listen to while you work. If you have an office job like I do, then it's great for that. If you have a job where you buy and sell cards and you just sort cards all day, it's also great for that. If you go to the gym and you just want to hear something to pass the time while you do sets, I listen to podcasts while I go to the gym every day. And well, I don't go to the gym every day, but when I go to the gym, I listen to podcasts every single time, and it gets me through it. It's crazy because I had to end that conversation at the 2 hour mark, around the 2 hour mark, because it was going to go, well, honestly, it could just keep going is the problem. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna have to have a hard stop here, and we'll just have to reconvene to continue, because there's just so much to say. Like, I feel like, as crazy as it is, I only got to talk about 20% of the things that I actually want to talk about when it comes to the State of Edison. Like, there's so much more to the conversation. Yeah, I do plan to do more. I told Marcus and Eric, like, we definitely need to do more of these. It's just very, like, obviously I'm taking up some of their time, a lot of their time. So I'm very mindful of that. Just like the time commitment that it is to commit to something like that. We're going to game 3, baby. E-Fisher. First concert from you ever was an IMNerd podcast that Spotify showed me when I searched Yu-Gi-Oh. Damn, so we come up on Spotify when you search Yu-Gi-Oh? That's kind of nice. Yeah, I told him about the Rhoda under Thunder King thing. Watch fucking Lightsworn or Twilight win Houston this weekend, just because of how much I've talked about that deck. I feel like just when I like shit on a deck is exactly when the deck strikes. Tim said stop. I know, bro. It by all rights, there should be no way, right? Like, there should be no way, but then, like, watch a way just happens. Like, watch, there's just one Twilight player who just makes it through the fucking bracket. Hey, if you think about it, Twilight could have won Raleigh. It was in the finals against Hero Frogs. It lost. And then it could have won Vegas. It was in top 4. 2 of them were in top 4 against Hero Frogs and Black Wings, and Hero Frogs triumphed again. Hero Frogs has been preventing Twilight from winning multiple events now. Well, I know Twilight won RBT Chicago. I don't know about it winning again though. It won a second when did Twilight win a second RBT? We should be thanking Hero Frogs for preventing Twilight from winning multiple events. RBT Paris was won by Frogo TK. Yeah. Frogo TK decked out regular, like, it wasn't even Twilight, it was regular Lightsworn. Like, this deck won, he just like threatening Road the guy or some shit, and it was like, alright, GG. Like, handshake. You deck out. Because you went too fast. The guy in the finals went way too fast and just decked out. I mean, the last one video I put out today, I decked out because I had Consecrated Light on the field, and we ended up milling Wolf while we had 4 monsters on the field, and then it was just like, oh, I'm locked. Like, the one time I don't want to mill a Wolf, but any other time I want to mill a Wolf, that fucker's nowhere to be found. I cannot stand that deck. That deck is like, I swear it's just out to get me. We also drew triple Wolf, double Celestia, Beckoning Light, I'm pretty sure in one of the games, right? Like, that also happened. I'm pretty sure in one of the games we draw, like, triple Wolf, double Celestia, and Beckoning Light, and then I think we draw a double Beckoning Light or something. Like, it was wild. Like, I can't stomach that. I can't stomach that. I don't have the stomach for it. And I don't even have a weak stomach, but like, I don't have the stomach for that ever. Like, I just never have the stomach for that. I'm about to find this video. Let me get this watch. Where's that damn video at? Where's my AI thumbnail video at? Some people get really upset that I use AI for thumbnails. But you know what I tell them? They can kiss my grits. Alright, where is IMNerd? Here we go. Okay. I gotta find this hand, because this fucking hand was so egregious. Oh, it was against the deck at like table 476. Oh my god, I found it. Alright, I'm switching the scene. Ah, is this not gonna show right? It's because the way I have it cropped. Oh wait, you can still see it though. You can still see it right there. Look at that. Like, oh my god. I just don't understand how people are like, yeah, this is fine. Like, this is organic, bro. I'm not like, I'm not trying to make Lightsworn or Twilight look bad on purpose. I swear to God, me and Kenny just turn the camera on. We log on the DB. We literally download decks that have topped. We play them on ladder. And this is the type of shit that happens. And I'm like, how do y'all just, what la la land are you living in where like, this is okay? Because it's just not. Yeah, we get beckoning like right after that. It's bad. It's real bad. I am happy though. I gotta say, I know I rant a lot and most of it is memes, but I am happy that Lightsworn exists because there is a group of people who were dedicated Lightsworn players or Twilight players from back in the day. I knew a lot of them and they love that deck, and that is the reason why they play Edison. So if that deck helps people to want to get into Edison, if you are a Lightsworn or Twilight player at heart and that deck genuinely brings you joy, maybe the cards look cool to you, maybe you like having a max rarity Lightsworn deck, and that's the reason why you play Edison, I love that for you. Like, I love that that exists, and I love that people have fun with it and they sack their opponents or get sacked drawing triple wolf like I do. Whatever the case may be, if that is what brings you to Edison, then it's more power to you, and I'm happy for it. At the end of the day, like, I do not want to ostracize a deck, you know, or a group of people who play a deck just because like I hate it. Like, I'm sure that a lot of people hate fucking frogs. I'm dupe blocking people left and right for years. A lot of people can't stand it. Like, they can't stand it. So I get it. Like, my deck is no better. My deck is equally as toxic, if not more toxic, because it's more consistent. So I totally get it. I do like playing Secret First Red Tint JD. Is Red Tint JD a thing? See, I don't. Y'all be deep in the rarity trenches, bro. I don't even know about like these. Like, I saw something about there was a special version of Light of Destruction, and the cards from that Light of Destruction version look different than like the regular Light of Destruction cards. I just saw a thing comparing them, and I was like, I don't know anything about this. Euro enhanced, yeah, like the Euro English, Euro enhanced, Asian English. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know anything about it. I just kind of pass on all of that. The one thing I do like, and it's because of fucking Daehan, I swear, is I really like Euro English. I think Euro English is just like so cool to me. So it works on me too. That Lila is 2 seconds away from walking into a bottomless trap hole. Not 2 seconds away from walking into a fucking... Yo, Mans is playing Wing Rhinos. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we summon Lila and just get fucking bottomless, I'm assuming. Like, this is so bad. Actually, can I share... Start at this exact time, and then, like, we just, like, put this here. Is this going to start it here? Like, this is so fucking awful, bro. Like, you know what's crazy? This is the game where our opponent runs into Mirror Force for 3 and we still lose. We still lose. We Mirror Forced him for 3. I haven't Mirror Forced somebody for 3 since 2022. There's not a single person at NA tournament since 2022 that I've Mirror Forced for 3. We Mirror Forced this guy for 3 cards and we still lost 2-0. Well, I think we got 2-0'd. Like, I don't think we won a single game. This is probably one of the most miserable experiences I've ever had. Like, we Mirror Forced and his bottomless is still there, just to remind me, like, bitch, look at this. We draw a recharge. Lila, get skill drained. Like, this isn't real. This is not real. I just refuse to accept that that's real. It was fun, though. Honestly, for content, I'm okay with getting shit on for content. Honestly, that sounds crazy. This is not Dubai. But, like, for you guys' entertainment, I don't mind getting shit on for you guys' entertainment. Like, if I have to draw the triple wolf hand, the double celestial with the beckoning light, like, if people find that shit entertaining or hilarious, then so be it. Because I rage. Like, I'm a rager. What's happening here? This is not what? I said it's not Dubai. Listen, if you know about Dubai, you know, okay? They don't call it Dubai chocolate for nothing. All right? Yeah, bro, flipped up some card that searched Guardian Yados. I've never seen that card in my life. Let's go back. Let's see where it all began. Is this legal? Did I get cheated? Can he actually search Guardian Yados? Like... Like, he flips this and he adds Guardian Yados to his hand. And I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. Like, I've never seen that interaction before in my life. Add 1 Guardian card. Okay, it really is. It's a real thing. Yeah, I mean, I read it during the video and I was like, oh shit, I've never seen somebody search Guardian Yados. Like, I did not know that was a thing. Maybe he cooked. For all we know, Kaiju number 11, like, maybe he actually cooked. It also has, like, the stats of it are like 16-16, right? Yeah, so it's not even guaranteed that you'll beat it if you summon, like, Armageddonite or something and attack it. Yeah, Arsenal Summoner, I don't know, maybe Arsenal Summoner Yados is, like, kinda real. Oh. They attacked. I had no response. Oh, yeah. You did not deprison. Yeah. Book of Moon and Battle Step is very real. So that deprison and Mirror Force cannot be used. That is, yes. Imagine they did an errata for that card and included 20 more names. That would be so fucked up. That would be so fucked up. What's up, Macro Show? How's it going, buddy? Good old Arsenal Summoner. Frazier, you've tied Churro 5 times? What? You're tying him over and over? Honestly, Dom, I'm excited for your winged rhino's victory tonight. You're undefeated right now. You and Cole and HDL are the only undefeated players left. All right, I'm going to switch to the dual screen so we can watch this duel. This is the other undefeated table. Looks like a Jin lock. Oh shit. Now we got Jin lock at home. Oh, he really is playing Relinquished. Like, actually. Against Roids? Jinzo? You know, if I somehow skipped the fact that Red Gadget was banned last week, so I took the L. Oh yeah, Red Gadget by itself is banned. Yes. Yeah, only Red Gadget. So I don't know if people like know the ban list, but like this is the ban list. This is probably a little too small, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can kind of see the ban list, but yeah, Red Gadget is the only gadget that is straight up banned. No, Red Gadget, the guy is not banned, just Red Gadget, the card. Oh, I was going to say this. I hate DDV so much because, like I said in the State of Edison video, like, DDV affects you outside of the game. And, like, I know Sizzle and them thought that that was funny because they thought that I had, like, PTSD. I don't. I've been DDV'd many times and it's fine. Like, it, you know, whatever. Everyone's been DDV'd at some point. I was more so talking about the deck building aspect of the game. Like, DDV, I would like Relinquished to be a legitimate deck in Edison, and I think that it could be, but then there's DDV, which fucks on that deck really hard. And I hate that for it. Like, I really wish that we could just, like, have nice things. The Raw Neck's doing it again. He's doing that thing that he does. Relinquished is brain control and vanity speed if you get it off. Right. Like, you summon Relinquished with the Jin and they cannot special summon and it, like, takes their monster. It's kind of crazy. But then you get DDV'd and you're playing, like, Manju and Senju, Sonic Bird, Relinquished, and you just lose all your cards. And you're like, ah, that's why this... Okay. Yep. Yep. I got DDV twice in the same game against Value and hit nothing round 7. Yeah, I do think it's so weird. I know, like, a big part of the reason why DDV became main deck is because of Dream Frogs, and I think it hurt every other deck more than it hurt Frogs. I've said this before, but like, I do not think that the DDV main deck shit hurt Frogs more than it hurt every other deck. Like, I think every other deck is hurt way more by that shit than actual Frogs. It's funny, like, the intention was like, oh, I want to stop myself from getting dupe blocked over and over again. but it ends up having this collateral damage of like, you can't play fairies now, you can't play quick draw, you can't play relinquished, you can't play, like, it's just like, okay. Like, you can, obviously, but then you just have to accept that, like, 40% of your rounds, because you're going to play value 40% of your tournament. If you play, like, 8 rounds of Swiss, you're going to play, like, 40% of that shit is going to be value turbo. Oh. Psychic Life Transer. Her artwork is so cool to me. Like, her artwork is insane. Did you guys see the frog deck that won undefeated that Italian tournament last week? It was like frog mon, like straight up frog monarchs. Did y'all see that one? It's this deck. This deck went 13-0. Like last week, it was like a 300 person Italian. Oh, it says it at the bottom. 318 players. You can't see it because of the scroll. Yeah, 318 players. Francesco Tescione, or I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name. You know what the most interesting thing is? You know how I've been saying that like Dream Frogs cannot beat GBs, right? Like it just don't beat GBs. And this guy was like, I hear you, Frazier. I'm siding Bestiary and Laquari to help with the GB matchup because it is that bad. And I don't hate this. Even though apparently in 13 rounds, he did not play a single GB player, so he never got to actually side this shit in. But I love that he is trying to fix the problem that Dream Frogs has with GBs, making that matchup so goddamn awful. Because enemy controller, brain control, creature swap, all these cards allow you who won? Rawnek won. All these cards allow you to, where's that? Here we go. All these cards allow you to take their GB and attack and tag it out for either Bestiary or Retiar or Bestiary Laquari. And if you draw like Bestiary and you brain control their GB, you can contact for Jazaris. And if you take their GB and attack and tag out for Bestiary, like whatever, you can make Jazaris in this deck weirdly if you draw the GB and a card that takes control. And if you don't do that, you can just take their GB and attack and tag it out for Laquari, which is hard to deal with for GBs sometimes. So I like the idea. It's an old school idea. That's not new. That's like a 2008 idea. Like literally a Teledad idea. Like back in 08, people were doing shit like that. But yeah, I think that this is like worth trying. I know Rawnek has also done this as well, like this side deck. Yeah, this is interesting. But yeah, this deck went 13-0. So like, despite DDV, despite all the birds and shit, RBT Paris, 310 people, Frog OTK wins. This Italian Master League tournament, Frog Monarchs, undefeated, 13-0. And this is what I mean. Like, you would look at this deck and be like, oh, this deck surely gets destroyed by DDV, right? Wrong. If they have Treeborn in a graveyard, DDV doesn't do anything. Also triple salvage. But like, if they have Treeborn in a graveyard, it's like, okay, you see my hand. Monarchs? Salvage? Right? Like, it's just, it hurts the decks that are not frogs more because of how powerful the frog engine is. It's just like a fact. Like, playing long enough, I realized like, oh, okay, I was scared of DDV, but it's like everyone else should be scared of it more, because I think that unless you get it off at the perfect time, which is getting harder and harder to do, yeah. Yeah, I have the same problem with decks like this. Like, this is all frog decks are strong to some degree, but this is one of those one play per turn decks. I will say that because he's playing Econ and Water Art, he can kind of do like bring back Treeborn, Econ, take your guy, tribute it for a Monarch, and then he still has his own Treeborn there, so he can Water Art you as well. So this deck can do more than one thing per turn, but typically it is just going to be like, hey, hold this Monarch or hold this Junk Synchron. I think this list is good though. Like I don't have any like notes. I think it's good. I think it's solid all around. Like triple Rise and triple Wing Blast just to be super annoying. Spiritual Water Art to look at their hand so that their hand stays bad. You can just keep someone's hand bad the whole game. Like you drew bad, keep that. Like hold that. Oh wait, where am I at? I hate when I go to that section. Bro, look at this. There's nothing here. There's never anything here, bro. Never. Like, DB, what are y'all doing? Somebody please get in contact with whoever owns DB. This is insane. Anywho. Not it's 1 in 5. I thought it was interesting that Sizzle said he started maining DDV for Blackwing. Sizzle was lying. That is not why he started maining DDV. I don't know why he said that. That is just not true. Like, Blackwings may be part of the reason, but it's definitely not like the biggest reason to main DDV in 2024. Like, I'm sorry, but the conveniently before Niagara, the last two tournaments, which were Nationals, 466 players, Dreamfrog wins, and then right after that, Sacramento, Dreamfrog wins again, and then right after that, DDV in the main deck ×2. Get the hell out of here. I know cap when I hear cap, damn it. Like, I know cap when I hear cap. Drop this person. Oh. Is that motherfucking Air Neos? Hold up. I think that if Redo had Tengu won a real shot, they do need to have a ladder on DB. Like, I know that people might think that's crazy. I think that there are a lot of factors that go into making a retro format actually massive, like Edison. One, yes, it does help to have content creators, but that's not the only thing, because we know how that went down with Tengu. It did not work, right? The main Tengu content creator spent most of his time talking about Edison and his disdain for Edison, so that just failed. So having a content creator by itself is not enough. But I do think that having the content creators, having a ladder on DB, those things help. And then also, and this is, in my opinion, the most important one, the format needs to be good. Like, I don't think that you can scam people into playing a format long term. I do not believe in that. For the people who think that the only reason that Edison is like as popular as it is because it got co-signed by big YouTubers, like I think if Edison was really bad, I don't think it would matter who co-signs it. Like I just don't buy into the narrative that you can promote a bad format, and if your channel's big enough, it will just be a thing. I don't think that's real. I think after a while, people will be like, "Hey, you tricked me. Like this format actually sucks." My Tango experience was getting hit by Maxi and Valor every game, and I was like, I'd rather get dupe blocked than Monarch looped to death. Jesus. Not to death. I mean, Sai said that, or someone said that they've been drawing a shit ton. So I understand why the match is 1-1 and 5. There have been 5 draws apparently. Like I know why it's 1-1 and 5. Oh, you're fucking dead. Okay, that's the end of that. Thank God. All right, we're in round 4. This is the final round. And I'm going to do the timer. There we go. Okay, 15 minutes. We have 2 undefeateds, which is perfect. That means that there will be guaranteed a winner at the end of this. Sometimes we have 3 undefeateds, and then it's like they have to do a playoff on the side and shit if there's 3 of them. But there's only 2, so. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go on format library, and I'm just gonna look at what's happening in Tango format right now. I am just curious. Let's go to events. Let's go to Tango. Okay. This is an event from July 24th, which was how many players? 8 players. All right. Well, this is an 8-man. Gravekeepers won. Second place was Agents. Third place was Agents. Fourth place, Karakuri. Then you have some kind of frog deck. The Cat Sif deck. Oh, Crystal Beast. Okay, I don't know what this is, but like, I don't know why it's only 8 players. I don't know if that's like the... Let me just check. Okay, I could do my little research project over here, and then I can like dual screen this. So I could do that, and we could also watch this match at the same time. So these are called time capsules. Okay, they have Tengu World Championships. And this one was 29 players. Dragoonides, the Cat Sif deck, X-Sabers, Hero Beat. Oh, I've seen this Falcon Punch deck, I think they call this. Falcon Punch. Infernity. Zombies. Tengu Plants. Doppel Synchro. And how many was this one? This one was 29 players. Another qualifier. This one was 20 players. Tengu won. Oh, Tim got second with some kind of frog deck. And then you have Agents, Infernity, Gravekeepers, Zombies, Hero Beat. $12 players, Agents, Frogs, Aliens. Okay, Aliens. I don't even know. Agents, Hero. Ooh, Hero lives. Oh my god. Relinquished. Let me get that. Let me get that. Is unaffected by traps. Oh god.
Bruh.
Relinquish unaffected by traps might be a fucking cook. So even if you Mirror Force, the Relinquish will stay. Gores and Token will die. This is way too much damage. Okay, he said I may not be able to affect Relinquished, but I can affect that fucking card equipped. Thank God, because that was disastrous. Now we have to kill that thing. Ooh, oh. Oh, this is disgusting. This is so disgusting. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's gross. That's like when your Dark End Dragon gets Goyo Guardian in real Edison. Every time I take someone's Dark End Dragon, like I summon Junk Synchron and take their Dark End, I'm like, I feel so bad for you. Like I don't, but I do, you know? Like he had a family. Or something. Those tables turned so quick just now. He said, how do you like being relinquished? My friend has a tattoo of relinquished. It actually came out pretty good. I think I can find the picture. Let me see. I guess I'll search just chat. It's the easiest way to do this. Goddamn, me and my friend talk way too much apparently. Oh my god, where's this goddamn relinquish tattoo at? Ah, I found it. Fuck. That took forever. This is my friend's relinquish tattoo, which I think came out amazing. Like, that actually looks so fucking cool to me. I really, really like that. Isn't that a cool tattoo? It like came out so good. Like the shadow right here is what really does it for me. Like the wings of Relinquished, his shell wings. This is finals, yes. Raigek. Damn, that Go Your Guardian reversed the hell out of that situation. Who needs me? Your opponent is a no-show. All right, we got some no-shows. So let's do that. Oh. Okay. Goes the emissary of darkness. You know, my biggest fear when I made the JANK format was that Gores would be like way too powerful. And he is powerful, but he actually is still reasonable because all the removal is untouched. Like you can still, you know, Mirror Force Torrential, D-Prisons and all that stuff. And there's actually sometimes a lot more removal in people's decks because like Smashing Ground is really good in this format. If you see an illegal play during a tournament, should you just go grab the judge or try to fix the situation? What do you mean if you see an illegal play? Like, if you're in the match or if you were spectating the match? If you're spectating, you should probably get a judge. I'm also of the belief that if you're watching a duel and you see an illegal play happen, like, me personally, I'll be like, yo, that is illegal. Like, you cannot do that. And like, I'll get a judge for you guys, but like that, you cannot do that. Like if it's just straight up something illegal that happened. That's me though. Some people will watch someone like do an illegal play and won't say anything until after the match. And I think that is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't know what I don't know where people like that come from, but like, if I am basically watching somebody get soft cheated or hard cheated for all I know, like, I'm going to say something at the time. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like at Retro Reborn, whenever something on stream would start to go wrong, like Black Horn of Heaven on Tragodia, I ran over to the stream and was like, this is not legal. You cannot do this. You cannot Black Horn of Heaven Tragodia. If I was watching that match, if I was playing in that tournament and I was watching a match and somebody tried to Black Horn Tragodia, I'd be like, that is illegal. You can call a judge, but I'm telling you that that is an illegal play. You don't have to take my word for it, but that is legal. Like, I don't know what Konami's rules are, and I don't really give a fuck because I don't play in Konami tournaments, but like, I feel like in the retro community, like if you're watching a match and something blatantly illegal happens, like I would just say it. You also do need to be sure that like what you're saying is correct, because if you're just interrupting a match and you're fucking wrong or you don't understand the situation, then that's obviously going to make you look really bad. I think I stopped like 3 things from going wrong in Redo during the stream, because I know it's Redo, a lot of people don't play the format. They just played it because they were already in Pittsburgh and they were like, I'm here, so I'm going to play it this weekend. But like, they don't, it's not their format of choice or whatever. So there were a lot of like rules and stuff like that that people might not be familiar with. Like, no one plays Black Horn of Heaven in Edison. I didn't even realize that Black Horn of Heaven was legal in Edison. But like, no one plays it, so we don't really have to worry about like someone trying to Black Horn of Heaven, Gores of Tragodia in Edison format. Even though I think that most people do know that you can't do that, but like, because it's not played at all, I can see people not knowing that, and it's like, oh yeah, you cannot do that. It is the player's responsibility to keep the integrity of the game, but sometimes they don't realize it, and that's the whole point. Like, and if you're watching a match and somebody does something that's like wrong, like illegal or soft cheating or whatever, like if someone activates reinforcement of the army and there's a Thunder King on the field and they search their deck and like you're watching it happen, you're like, yo, you can't activate Rhoda. They can call a judge from there if they want, but like, I'm saying you cannot activate Rhoda there, like as a spectator, because I don't want this game to be decided by someone doing an illegal play like that while I'm watching it. I've always been this way, like even at YCS and stuff like that back in the day. Like, I would be watching a match and I would see somebody do something that you cannot do, and I would just say it. I've never gotten in trouble for it. I've never gotten punished for it. No one's ever been mad at me for doing it. Like, because like, what are you going to do? Lava Golem. Oh, shit. What is he playing? He's playing, oh, Relinquished. That's right. I was like, what the hell is this? But I get it now. He gives you Lava Golem, and then he summons Relinquished and takes it. And then he won because he burned him for 1,000. That's broken. that was really cool. Kinkabayu bring back Relinquish is crazy. Maybe DDV ain't so bad. I mean, DDV is still bad because DDV hits Kinkabayu as well, right? So then it just like leans. DDV is banned in JANK. So the JANK ban list is here. DDV is banned. So like, it's one of the first cards that I banned. It's right here in this little ban section up here. But yeah, DDV is banned. It was banned like immediately. And Kinkabayu is way better when it's banned. Relinquish is way better when it's banned. Like, I would love to see what Edison would look like if DDV was just gone from the format. But like, it's just such a ripple effect when you do that, right? Yeah, I'm sure that there are some synchros that are banned, right? Blackwing synchros are banned. There you go. Yeah, if you see it here in this top section, it's banned. So it's very easy to like follow. Also, there's a link to the ban list in the description of this live stream. Every time we do a Jank Locals, the ban list is in the description. So if you click on the description, you can get a link to it. So you go like see it up close if you don't want to pause the stream or whatever. Yeah, there's a link to the ban list. I think there's a way that I can make it where you could do like exclamation mark ban list and it'll pull up the ban list, like a link to it or something. Let me see if I can configure that easily. Anyway. So does this work? Oh, it did work. Okay, so if I give it a new command and do exclamation mark ban list, well, should I make it jank? What do you guys think? Should I make it exclamation mark jank or exclamation mark ban list? What do you think, chat? Exclamation mark ban list or exclamation mark jank? That's one vote for jank, one giant leap for mankind. Okay, jank is also easier to type, right? So, all right, yeah, I agree. Jank is just easier to type. I think on the basis of it just being easier to type jank, we just do jank. Okay. Oh, okay. So can someone try it? Try to type exclamation mark jank and let's see what happens. Someone try to use the command exclamation mark jank. Anyone? Oh, it works. I think it worked. Ah, it worked. Look at that. Now you can see the ban list. Like whenever you want, you just type exclamation mark jank. Thanks, chat. I love technology. Lava Golem Relinquish is crazy. No, you do not take it because it is a spell. It doesn't have its monster effect anymore. Yeah, you don't take it. Relinquish Lava Golem is about to take the tournament. This will be the like 5th different deck that has won jank, by the way. I feel like no deck has won jank twice so far. We've had a different deck win every single tournament. Last week was X-Saber, Silchus Ruin won. This week it could be Wing Rhinos or it's going to be Relinquished like Burn. I don't even know what this is. Like Relinquished Lava Golem deck. There won't be a post-game interview. That's a bit much. We don't do that for these tournaments. But I'll show the deck list off. Also, the Jins, well, I guess this Jin has 2,000 defense. Interesting. So he finished chained this thing. Yeah, the stats on this are crazy for sure. 2,000 defense and 1,200 attack, like that. Those are some fucking stats. In Edison, those are some stats. You know how different Edison would be if the frogs had 1,900 defense instead of 2,000? Like if Dupe Frog and Substitute just had like 1,900 defense. Or even 1,800 defense. Like, I think 2,000 is so excessive and so unserious. Oh, that guy's unaffected by traps. Well, looks like a relinquished deck won this week's jank, and I'm very happy about that. That means that the format is working as intended. We keep having different decks win every single week, which is very, very good. All right, HDL Salvatore is going to claim a victory, and that gives him the tournament winner role. Oh, okay, and then I have the deck here, which I need to get a screenshot of real quick. Type shit. Okay, winning deck. Okay, this is the winning deck. So he's playing 3 Jin Monsters, 3 Manju, 1 Sonic Bird. This Stygian thing. What does this do, chat? This 1-star Stygian? Triple Preparation of Rights. This card is definitely underused in Edison, right? It's like a +1. Yeah, this is so cool that this deck, like... Oh, he sides Lava Golem. He doesn't even main it, he sides it. It's a recruiter that summons level 1 fiends. It gets it gets this guy out of the deck. Okay. Wow. And then so does Tomato can search that or Jin. Okay, and you have Armageddon Knight. Card has been a menace in every format he's in, I feel like. Very interesting deck. I gotta say. Like, this is a very interesting deck. And it won the tournament. They're undefeated. It's also a tuner. Oh, Stygian. Is that Stygian Street Patrol? That's not Stygian Street Patrol. I have to go on DB. Okay, hold on. Oh, Stygian Sergeants. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can make this card gain 800 attack until the end of the battle phase. Also, this card can make a second attack in a row. So he becomes 3,000. If he beats a monster in battle and sends it to the graveyard, he becomes 3,000 and then he attacks again. Wow. I have a question. If he destroys another monster in battle, does it activate again? Oh, he doesn't keep attacking? Yeah, they don't even have... Yeah, of course they don't. Okay, well, that's awesome. A relinquished deck won, so put some respect on Relinquish's name. Rhinos will return. Yeah, I would, Dom. I can't wait to see your Rhinos deck. I feel like that. I mean, you were one game away from winning the tournament with Rhinos, so that's pretty cool. All right, guys, that's going to be the tournament. Shout out to Salvatore for taking it down, winning this one. Oh God, not them trying to do a round 5. No, we are not doing round 5. All right, well, I gotta fix that, but yeah, there's only going to be 4 rounds. There's no fucking need for a 5th round. All right, well, anyway, I'm going to end the stream here. Y'all have a good night. I will see you all in Houston if you are there this weekend. I'll be at LDS Houston. Peace.